IELTS aspirants many a times do not understand the difference between formal and informal words and end up giving the answers or writing the answers in a casual language. Today in this video, I will list the words that should be avoided in IELTS writing as well as in IELTS speaking. If you find this video helpful, then please do like, share and subscribe IELTSMaterial YouTube channel. Hello everyone, this is Yesha Manek with IELTSMaterial.com, helping you to prepare for IELTS test, write correct answers or give correct answers and get a higher band score in your IELTS examination. Now let's look into the words that should be ignored or those have to be ignored in IELTS writing and IELTS speaking. Number 1, kids. Kids is an informal word, or I would say it's a basic word, and this should be avoided especially in essays, letters, even in the reports as well as in the IELTS speaking. It is always better to use the alternatives like children, younger ones, teenagers, or if you are going to talk about the smaller ones, then you can say toddlers. So it is always better to use the other alternatives rather than using kids. Number 2, crazy. The meaning is wild or aggressive. It is used as an informal word and majorly used in slang languages. So it is always better to avoid the word crazy. Rather, you can use absurd or you can use questionable. Instead of using crazy, which is again an informal word, try using these alternatives. Number 3, bad. Bad is a poor choice of word and it is again a basic word. So I would suggest not to use bad. Instead, you can use poor, inadequate or incompetent, inferior, or you can use wrong, negative. So instead of using bad, try these alternatives and definitely you will be able to score band 8 in your IELTS writing as well as in the IELTS speaking. Let's not use bad. Number 4, literally. Students are very much habitual of using this word literally, especially when we talk about speaking. So it is always advised not to use this word, that is literally, and you can use instead precisely. You can also use certainly. Let's make a sentence. For example, generally students use like this, saying that I literally did not like the behavior of that particular student. Instead, I can say that I certainly did not like the behavior of that particular student. So this is how you can make it more formal and you can get a higher band score in your IELTS writing or in your IELTS speaking. Number 5, reckon. It is always better to use believe or opine or agree. You can also use accord, but do not use reckon as it is an informal word. So instead of saying that I reckon to this statement, you can say I believe or I agree to this statement. You can also say I opine to this statement. So change the use of words or change the use of basic words to more formal words to get a higher band score. Number 6, stuff or stuffs. This is another word that is generally used in slang language. The meaning of slang language is a very casual language which people use in their daily conversation. So it is always better to use formal words when you are going to give the examination. So avoid using stuff and instead you can use materials, items, things, or you can use activities. This depends on the content or the topic that you're going to talk about. Let's say, for example, I like doing stuffs like painting and drawing in my free time. Instead, you can say that I like doing activities like painting and drawing in my free time. This would give a clear picture of what you like, and instead of using a slang language, it is always better to use a formal language. Number 7, easy. And another basic word. Easy is itself an easy word, so let's not use this. Instead, we can use obvious. So what sentence can we make? For example, enforcing strong penalties is an obvious situation to ensure safe driving habits. So this is, generally people use enforcing strong penalties is an easy situation. Instead we can say is an obvious situation. It really looks good plus formal. So start using better words and not using basic words. Number 8. So here is a list of words, that is the basic words. Those should be avoided in IELTS writing and speaking. Let's say very important, you can use crucial. Instead of saying so tired, you can say exhausted. Instead of saying find out, let's say discover. Instead of saying point out, let's say indicate. And instead of using very difficult, let's say extremely difficult. So start using good vocabulary and avoiding basic words to get a band 8 in your writing or in your speaking. And finally, number 9, avoid using short forms. Students generally use short forms in their IELTS speaking test. For example, they say a phone. Instead of saying a phone, it is always better to use a telephone. So a phone is incorrect and let's use a telephone. Instead of using photo, say a photograph. Instead of using an info, say information. And instead of using a fridge, say a refrigerator. Also, instead of using an app, always use application. These are the words that can be used as short forms, but they are legible to be avoided in IELTS speaking as well as in IELTS writing. So do not use these short forms and also avoid basic words, also avoid informal words and the words that belong to the slang language. If you follow these tips, you would definitely get a great band score in your IELTS writing and speaking. I hope these vocabulary tips will help you in making a wonderful vocabulary bank or a great vocabulary bank which will have more number of formal words. If you feel that this video has helped you in understanding the importance of formal words, those words that can be used in IELTS writing and speaking, then please do like, share and subscribe IELTS Material YouTube channel. For more free IELTS learning, please follow our channel and stay updated. Thank you.